We are still interviewing brand new candidates. I have no idea what the hell is going on, but it's all good because we are about to sign a coach, right? We got to figure out the QB. So now it is time to get some pairs going. All right. Head coach, QB pairs. You see so many legendary combos right now. We're looking at Harbaugh, Lamar. We're looking at Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Can this next pairing for the Jets be something special? We're going to talk about the top 5 that we want for the New York Jets right here. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a Jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, right, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets! Let's go! There you go,
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, the boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. And next to me is the boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. himself, Boy Green. How you doing this Tuesday?
Come on, how do we not start off with that brand new intro with a lot of different quirks? It sounds and looks better than ever. So let's give some proper shout-outs. Who do we got to thank for that one, Wudi?
TFT, take flight today. Brent is the man, the myth, the legend. Shout out to him putting stuff together. I mean, if you follow him on Instagram, you already know that he puts together some brilliant video packages. So for him to lend a hand to us, little old us, is a big potato. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Brent. Take flight today. Y'all better be following him because he's one of the best Jets pages on all Instagram.
So shout out from above. Again, that the intro's never been better. That looks amazing. So a new era almost of Boy Green Meets Wudi. But we got a lot of fun action happening here. Wudi, we're streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, The James Wudi. Got a couple hundred people joining us in the room. We appreciate it. And I'll flip this at the beginning. Our Boy Green raffle leaderboard, baby. Our number one Austrian Jet fan, who I already saw in here, and it's also part of our intro. 71 gifted memberships so far this month. That's number 1. J-Boy, number 2, 65. Jimmy Jeps, number 3 at 57. DNY for life at 33. And for Lily and Big D with 11. And every gifted membership gives you a raffle ticket to our awesome contest that we're doing this month, where we'll be giving away a Nike Atmosphere Aaron Rodgers jersey, baby. Heather Gray, it's sweet. $50 Boy Green merch shop gift card plus a custom laser engraving package. We'll be doing it at random, so every person that gifts a membership, we're keeping track of behind the scenes. Gifting memberships, buying a membership yourself. Again, you can do that in the YouTube description down below. Join the Boy Green Coffee Club here, or gift a membership. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that money sign. Final option is gift channel memberships. You can gift as many as you'd like. There's no restrictions. And if you cannot gift memberships because of some sort of a phone issue, you can also super chat or super sticker that money in to get an opportunity to win the prize. So, hey, man, good luck to everybody that'll be competing in the contest, baby.
Yes. May the best. Really, it's not about being the best. It's about
luck. But
yeah.
Hey,
So,
either way, sure, yeah.
Yes. May the luck be in your favor. There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
May the odds ever be in your favor, baby. We appreciate it. I love this topic for today, Woody, because obviously, as you mentioned, there's interviews going left and right and everywhere. So a lot of people wondering about combinations. What head coach and GM? What GM and head coach? But one of the most fruitful combinations that will have a direct impact on the results of the 2025 season is which head coach and which quarterback is going to be paired together in 2025. I know we got Aaron Rodgers stans. We have Aaron Rodgers haters. We have Tyrod Taylor lovers. And obviously, the options are endless. You could go draft. You could go free agency. There's a lot of different places to go, and depending on who the head coach is, might have different connections potentially in the league, Woody. So I'm ready for this top 5 if you are.
Yeah. I will say this, right? This is now the 4th time Boyd Green and I are talking about coaches. So I think you guys already know, how we feel about coaches. But this is the first time in a while that we're about to talk about QBs, and really the first time ever that we're talking about the 2025 pool, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Are we going to see some Kirk O'Chains? Are we going to see, there are some names out there. Famous Jameis.
Sure.
So it's a super exciting concept that, should be some crazy pairs. As a matter of fact, we should bet something. If we have the same pair, which we will not have the same pair. But if we do,
any point on this list, you're saying?
Yeah. I don't think we will.
Okay, so what's the bet?
I don't know. I should have thought about it. Maybe forget it.
I see. Okay. Well, anywho, let's put it up. I guess you can start first.
Number 5.
Oh, I'm starting first. All right. I wouldn't be hyped for this. Believe it or not, somebody actually already said this in the comments, which is kind of funny.
Okay. Right.
I wouldn't be hyped for this, but if we're talking about ending the playoff streak, I think this would do it.
The playoff drought, yeah.
Yeah, it's a playoff drought.
I don't know about a streak, but I feel you. Okay.
Yes,
but anywho,
yes. The complete opposite of a streak, yes. I hate to say this name because I'm really not a fan of his, but Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. All right, just running back.
Oh,
running back.
Okay.
Just Green Bay Packers, McCarthy, Dakota Rayer, right? McCarthy, Rodgers, Devontae. They can keep Lazard if they want. Just be entire Green Bay. Get Jamal Will back.
There you go.
And I really think that this would end the drought. I don't think there would be a Super Bowl. There wouldn't be Super Bowl contenders. I don't think, I would accomplish my goal of the new coach being the coach when my son, graduates in 16 years, 15 years. So a lot of things, I would be forsaking a lot of things for the short-sightedness of Mike McCarthy has a high floor. He is, by him being part of this organization, the floor of this organization has raised tremendously. So that's a nice plus. I just don't think the ceiling rises with it, might get a couple cool years with McCarthy, which is cool. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, Woody, I guess you'd lose the bet because
Number 5.
I've got Mike McCarthy, but not with Aaron Rodgers, as a matter of fact. Actually, I have a different idea. Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, baby. There's your head coach quarterback combination. You may say, what are you talking about, Paul? Mike McCarthy ain't on the Cowboys anymore. What's going on over there? Well, it's this. Deion Sanders is thinking about Dallas. Dak Prescott, last time I checked, the birth certificate, that ain't his son. Shadur Sanders is his son. Deion, Dallas, Dak, traded to Tennessee or to the Jets or somewhere else. Who cares? Trade him off. Whoop. All of a sudden, Shadur Sanders goes to the Cowboys. They make some kind of trades and alterations, move around, and then Dak's available. So I'm saying Dak and Mike come over here to the Jets. Sorry, the Tennessee thing is something I saw on social media this week. But no, to the Jets. So we get him over here. Mike McCarthy, Dak reunited. Big D in the Big Apple, baby. Dak, Mike McCarthy. Let's go.
Our number one Austrian Jets fan said it best. It definitely wasn't on the bingo card. I I personally, I wouldn't be a fan of what would need to happen. Like, because what would definitely have to happen. All right, Aaron's on the books.
Yeah,
like Dak is literally is he number one now with his extension this year? With
you mean like per year?
Highest paid contract?
Yeah, per year. Yeah, it's Dak. He makes $60 million a year. Yep.
Yeah, so that sounds crazy to have Aaron's contract and Dak's contract. And Dak isn't a free agent, so there would have to be picks involved.
Trade, yeah, exactly, yeah,
yeah. So it actually sounds horrible now that I've actually talked it out.
Oh, well,
yeah, damn. For somebody who's not people were having issues back when we thought Lamar Jackson was available. People were having issues with that, with Lamar.
Yeah, they were.
Dak is not even close to the ilk of Lamar. So I'm gonna have to say it sounded interesting. It was a good pitch.
Oh, thank you.
It was kind of like Rex, right? All flash, no substance. Like I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, we're about to eat a snack. Okay. But then once we talk it out, like, oh no, Rex is a horrible head coach. And
so it's a little puff pass. Was that what happened there?
yeah, something like that.
Okay, definitely, well, all right.
Number 4.
I don't think you guys are gonna like any of these. But it's not about what you guys like. It's about the situation at hand.
I see.
Give me Aaron Glenn.
All right.
And Russell Wilson. That is the pairing. What do you mean? What?
What's the connection?
So Russell Wilson, right, he is on his he's a free agent, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And he's going to cost nothing to retain again because he's still getting paid by Denver. So that's actually that's where the marriage is that Russ is a cheap QB. So pretty much Russ would be playing Sam Darnold in our own remake of the New York Vikings over here. All right, we got Jordan Travis in the wings. We got Russ being the bridge. We got Aaron Glenn with all the money going elsewhere to develop the team around. So this is a culture building year. I don't think this would be enough to end the playoff drought, but the Vikings, right, we're like, oh, this is just a bridge year, and next thing you know, they win 14 games. So who knows? They can be, right? They can still be competitive. I mean, Russ literally just was on a team that made the playoffs. So I would say that this pairing, while you might scoff, say, oh, Russ this, Russ that. I think at this point of their careers, Russ isn't actually that different from Aaron Rodgers. They both can throw. They both can throw. I would say Aaron is a better reader of the field, right? Better pre-snap, can, kill, all that.
Sure, yeah.
But once the snap happens, Russ can still move. He can actually still move up within the pocket, and he can move out of the pocket. He can actually scramble for first downs. So I think all in all, they kind of cancel each other out. It's really more the situations around them than the players themselves and what they're able to provide in terms of example for Jordan Travis. I think it's big. So I'm going to go with Russell Wilson, Aaron Glenn. No, they do not have no history, no previous history, but I think they can make history together.
That's sweet. Wow. This is beautiful. This is it's a dating app I saw, christianmingle.com. I'm glad we're able to pair Aaron Glenn and Russell Wilson together. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. You love to see it. Okay. All right. Well, I've got another Aaron Glenn possibility.
Number 4.
Aaron Glenn and Teddy Bridgewater, baby. Let's bring the former Jets quarterback. Everyone's talking about former Jets quarterbacks coming here to New York, but one they keep forgetting about is Teddy Bridgewater, who, oh, wait a second, just came out of retirement, and he's currently on the Detroit Lions. Him and AG are very close. Booyah. Let's bring it over here. You're talking about building bridges? You're slaving over there on a bridge? Trying to make this bridge? Teddy Bridgewater's your bridge, baby. Some Jet fans said, what would it have, screw Sam Darnold, what would it have looked like with Teddy Bridgewater in that first old season? We never got to see because his ass got traded to Nolans. Teddy Bridgewater, Aaron Glenn, throw another veteran in the room with Tyrod Taylor and Jordan Travis, and let's all battle it out, baby, with AG leading the charge, baby, to the promised land. Yeah.
That's
Pretty
super interesting.
Yeah.
That is, that's a super, super interesting. I don't think Teddy, I don't. He was really good, and that Sam Darnold year, he was fantastic. That year, I don't think he is a viable starting option in 2025. What do you mean? Are you serious?
What's wrong with Teddy? What's wrong with Teddy, man?
What are you talking about? That's a step down from Tyrod.
How dare you?
That's not true. I feel like that's
how dare you? That's what I said. I said, how dare you? That's what I said.
Okay. So you acknowledge, yes. So yeah, I feel like that. That would be not good. That would be not good because he is not good enough. I feel that if that happens, Garrett's demanding a trade. He's like, the QB play is not good. Yeah, the QB play is not good enough, and he's going to demand a trade. 4 years. This is now his fourth year, or what,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. He just finished his third year. This would be his
fourth
year.
So fourth year, and this is what
And Teddy Bridgewater's dealing him touchdowns. Teddy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what would be happening, but Teddy has like a coach or something. Yeah, bring him on in. Definitely a pretty decent sized what if in NFL history, and a great mind. So yeah, definitely bring him as a coach. But to be the starting quarterback of this team and like expecting to win games, I'm gonna have to pass.
Yikes! Okay. Not been a fan of my list so far. Not great.
Number 3.
Well, it's okay because you're about to balance that out by not being a fan of this pick at all. You right now we kind of have a trend. You keep copying my coaches. I can assure you that is not going to happen with this at number 3.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, I'm very confident. So allow me. And remember, right? I've been very consistent with my coaches, right? So all 3 of my top coaches have to be represented on this list. So at number 3, give me Matt Nagy. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can guarantee he ain't on my list.
I told you. I already said. I already guaranteed. So Matt Nagy, right? His first year as head coach in his life.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes. Nagy, Patrick Mahomes. Boom, I'm in. Yes.
No. I mean Madden. Maybe if you turn off, reject trades on Madden. But no, he won 12 games his first year as head coach. I don't know if that's going to happen over here, but I think his best chance to do so is with Aaron Rodgers. Bring back Aaron Rodgers. All right, this is somebody with similar arm talent to Patrick Mahomes. Is that not true? You getting confused. But he definitely has.
I'm just picturing it now. My mind was a blank canvas. You put Nagy and Aaron Rodgers on it, and I'm just like pontificating of what that would look like. So no, you continue with your beautiful case. I'm just putting the puzzle pieces together in my brain.
Fair enough. It looked like you had gas. I was getting nervous, but yes, similar arm talent to Aaron Rodgers could definitely bring that Andy Reid playbook to life, which was a huge part of the problem in Chicago. Mitch was not who they thought he would be. Okay, obviously they deserve some blame. It was their responsibility to develop, but in this scenario, you wouldn't have to worry about none of that at all because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. So it's pretty much just the collaborative piece, and I think that's what Rodgers needed or needs to be successful at this day and age. That's why we saw with Matt LaFleur. Right? You saw Matt LaFleur's playbook, and Aaron was able to say, you know what? I like this. I don't like that. I like this. I don't like that. With Hackett, it's like, yes, Aaron. Yes, Aaron. Yes, Aaron. But when you bring in an actual coach, an actual offensive-minded coach that has their own ideas, instead of it being yes, 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 it's how about, and that meet in the middle, that's where you get the beauty that is an NFL offense coming together with a veteran QB. So I think Nagy and Rodgers can actually be an electric offensive
Electric.
pairing. Yeah, electric. I mean, because now with Rodgers, you get Devontae. So now we're talking Devontae, Garrett, Rodgers,
Sure.
Andy Reid's playbook, Brees, Braylon, Isaiah Davis. I mean, come on, man. It's
Hot
barbecue. Kansas City barbecue chicken up in here.
Tasty.
I'm telling you right now.
Wow. Well, we've got over 300 people in the room listening to these takes. We appreciate that. Like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Keep the spreading the gospel of all things Boy Green meets Wudi, baby, here on the show. That's an interesting pairing, potentially. And you brought up Bears for Matt Nagy, his former team. But what about Justin Fields and Arthur Smith, baby? What about that combination?
Number 3.
Because, and this is sort of disgusting, but ESPN NFL insider Dan Graziano gave his predictions of what's about to happen. Hey, Carousel, no reason to continue to spin. I'm Dan Graziano. I know exactly what's going to happen. Arthur Smith to the New York Jets was what Dan Graziano said. And if he comes to the Jets, maybe the Justin Fields show, baby. We only got a small taste of it earlier this year in Pittsburgh. Maybe Arthur Smith and Justin Fields can redesign it all, baby, for the New York Jets here in 2025. How could you not want to see that? Come on, give me some Fields, some explosive highlights. Arthur Smith calling up plays for someone not named Breece Hall. He's probably going to highlight, probably Zonovan Knight, try to get him some opportunities to take away. Like Arthur Smith, that's his unique ability, is to find a way to get the players that are the most talented on his team to not be part of the focal point, instead decoys to open it up for other guys on the team. That takes a unique art, Wudi, a unique art. Number 3, Arthur Smith, Justin Fields. Boom.
I don't even know. I think Phil asked before, like, are you guys just kidding? I'm actually trying to be dead serious. I really think that these would be nice pairings to roll into the year with. But after this,
for real, or are y'all just fucking with me? Is what Phil said.
Yeah, I'm being for real. I think McCarthy and Rodgers could end the drought. I think Glenn and Russ would be a nice building year. I think Nagy and Rodgers could be explosive. I really do think that.
So wait, you're telling me you don't believe Arthur Smith and Justin Fields can help end the drought? Is that what you're telling me right now?
That is exactly what I'm telling you. Yes.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean?
Well, okay.
Yes,
just clarifying.
yes.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
Arthur Smith was a horrific head coach. Arguably not even ever really a good OC. So
what about Tennessee? Derrick Henry. Toot toot.
I mean, Derrick Henry. That's what you just said. It was Derrick Henry. I can't give Arthur credit. I mean, there was a revolving door happening in Tennessee. They had a different OC every year. So I'm gonna have to give the credit overall to Vrabel. The new Patriots head coach. Wow, that's so awesome for us. Derrick Henry. I'm gonna give Arthur Smith. I have no respect for what he could do as a coach, and Justin Fields. I do think there's something there. There's a potential that Fields isn't as we've seen it. We've seen it too many times now. Baker gets put in a different situation. Sam Darnold gets put in a different situation. Justin Fields, I think you can put him.
Welcome to the bandwagon, baby.
But it's not. But in the hell, it's not Arthur Smith. If you had said Cliff Kingsbury, toot, where we at? I'm saying get my conductor hat on right now.
Sure. Yeah.
That's actually one that would have made my list if Cliff. I only put one person that the Jets didn't reach out to, and that was
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my God. You could take it from here. We got a massive super chat right here.
Wow. Shadow Rum says Arthur Smith could motivate me to get off the couch.
That's a fact.
Sorry, that's not the one you were. That's not the one you were talking about. Sorry. Let's go to a YouTube super chat, baby. Every time we get a YouTube super chat here on the show, we hear from my beautiful daughter, Zariah.
Wow.
For Lillian Big D with a $19.99 super chat, we'll add that to the raffle total and change that here in just a moment. Justin Fields, Arthur Smith, ? Taking a word from Pops. Moron. Whoa, whoa, for Lily and Big D. Again, I could hear the voice of my father in my head as I was reading this with some juice, some chutzpah, some energy. And yeah, I can almost hear my father's moron from here. So Justin Fields, Arthur Smith, okay, not popular, but like Wudi used to say at the beginning of the show, I don't do it for the fans. I give you guys your medicine, what you guys need to hear, not what you want to hear. This isn't a popularity contest. I'm trying to give you people what you need. And come on, baby. Arthur Smith, Justin Fields, come on, huh?
That is so, yeah, that LOL, that's so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. But yeah, no, that's a horrible suggestion. No disrespect. Arthur Smith.
You're supposed to say with all due respect, and then if you're going to say something insulting, you can kind of slip it in after. I mean, you said it's terrible. No disrespect. I mean, how do I not take that disrespectfully? That's I'm not sure. Yeah.
Sorry. So my bad.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll go on to number 2.
Okay, let's do that. Let me make sure. I just wanted to add up for Lily's raffle tickets here. Okay, one second. Yeah, let me just do that real quick.
Yeah, I agree, okay. Phil. Yeah, it was tough. Like that's what I'm saying. I really feel like you're trolling us. Like that's actually, between the last couple, I really feel like.
Wow. Well, that hurts my feelings because I'm trying to fix the New York Jets. That's what
I'm
trying.
You really are? Like seriously?
What do you mean seriously? Of course, I'm trying to fix the New York Jets. That's God's gift that I'm trying to deliver for you guys. That's what I'm trying to do here. And by the way, for Lily and Big D, now with 18 memberships, along with your previous super chat money, all adding up together there. So I take no offense to you calling me a moron. I've been called much worse by my father. To be honest, and there you have it. And for Lily and Big D with a big fat LOL, as Wudi just said there. So, hey, man. And for Lily and Big D, you get 18 raffle tickets. Keep it going, baby. Excelente. Yes. Paul can't even say Arthur Smith with a straight face. I just can't. Dan Graziano, what an asshole, man, that he predicts this. And even in his column, you guys could check it out for ESPN. He predicts Arthur Smith. He's like, you could say Aaron Glenn or Brian Flores, but he said, I already gave them new homes earlier in the article. So Arthur Smith. And I went, what a jerk. That's what a ridiculous thing to say, which is kind of funny. Hey, by the way, let's throw in another super chat real quick, and then we'll get to your number 2, our number 1 Austrian Jet fan, baby, with a YouTube super chat.
Wow.
I'm here for the BG Wudi head coach bet match. Several fire emojis. Hey, I asked him, Woody's the one about him. I'm like, okay, what is it? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, what?
No, the one from before. Did you forgot?
What was that one?
Where the winner gets a shirt that said, this is a new head coach because blank said so. You got Dory's.
I have short-term memory loss.
You got Dory's memory, huh?
Yeah, apparently. Huh? Ooh, shiny object. Hey, by the way, number 1 Austrian Jet fan combined with your previous super chat commitments, that's now another raffle ticket, baby. 72 raffle tickets for you, my friend, as you increase your lead there in first place. And again, for Lily and Big D, separating themselves from the rest of the pack with 18 memberships so far this month. So beautiful. So yeah, we're going to have to get up on that and figure out, the only thing we didn't do is we didn't figure out how we're going to do it, whether it's going to be a draft back and forth or what. We haven't gone through the exercise yet.
Yes, that is true. Well, now, I mean, remember we were like, we bumped the lot variable. Well, that's not an option anymore.
Well, that's no longer possible. So yes. There you go.
Shout out K Brock. What's up, K Brock? Showing up. Yeah. Yes, sir. Get ready for my number 2. You might like it. I don't know. You probably
I might like it. Okay, great. Here we go.
Number 2.
How dare you say you don't want Sam Darnold back after last night? But number 2. Give me, this is the most popular coach that people are talking about right now, Aaron Glenn. He's actually the only coach that appears here twice on my list.
Oh, okay. I didn't have any repeats. So, okay, very nice. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yes. Well, because people really seem to like Aaron Glenn and culture changer, motivator, all that type of stuff. I still believe that he is solid 2.0, but I also do not hate Robert Saleh. Like, I also believed in Robert Saleh. So me saying that is not the disrespect that some others
think it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, quick aside, Zach Rosenblatt in his article seemed to indicate he did head coach predictions this morning for all the spots. He had Robert Saleh, Jacksonville Jaguars. So he thinks he's going to land on his feet with an HC gig. You're like, zoinks? Okay. What would that say for the Jets? That they fired a guy after the first 5 weeks of the season. He's gotten 2 head coaching interviews, and that he may potentially actually get it? That would be quite an indictment on the Jets, I would imagine.
Well, I don't even want to go there. I don't think he should have been fired. I think that ruined the season. We've gone over this. I will literally fight this to the death. That might be what's on my tombstone. As here lies James Wudi. The Jets would have made the playoffs if they didn't fire Robert Saleh in Week 5 in 2024.
It would just sort of be funny if he ended up in Jacksonville because Shad Khan, the owner of the Jaguars, they were asked about Trevor Lawrence's, impact. That's not the right word, but like his involvement in the search because they're looking for a new head coach. And he said, well, let's get this straight. He's no Aaron Rodgers here. And he was trying to take a shot at Aaron and the perceived power that he has over things. So if they ended up together, that would be sort of funny. But anywho, go ahead. Yeah. So who is officially number 2 on your list?
Aaron Glenn. So bringing up Saleh for Aaron Glenn is actually key for this pick because he's the only head coach that we are talking about, in this where I really have no idea what his offense would look like, who he's bringing in.
And neither did the insiders. Rich Samini was on the radio yesterday, and he was asked straight up, hey, Rich, if Aaron Glenn was hired, what would his staff look like? And he went, oh. And he's like, no idea. And it's his job. And I'm not trying to trash on Rich. I'm just saying that, like, it's a great mystery. We have no idea. And that's such an important hire. So it's kind of crazy.
Yes, exactly. So with that being said, I wouldn't want to waste, right? Like how you said, oh, yeah, we are going to spend every single asset known to mankind for Dak Prescott. Like,
yeah, baby.
It's not worth spending anything when we don't know what we're getting. You just want competence. That's what you want. So that's what I felt like Russell was a good baseline of confidence. But maybe you don't have to sign anybody at all. Don't even spend another penny because Tyrod Taylor is already on the roster.
Oh.
And you just go Glenn and Tyrod. Tyrod is very highly respected, very well dressed. You get him. He is the man. You got Jordan Travis waiting in the wings after that. And this is just like what I said with Russ. But it's a little bit of a cheaper option of just, all right, this is the tone-setting year. This is what we expect. All the things that you have learned, kind of unlearn because we're doing it a new way with this QB who has already learned so many different ways in his career to kind of steer that ship. So give me Aaron Glenn and Tyrod Taylor.
To be honest, that may be the most realistic option that any of us have said, even with the Aaron stuff, because there's such an unknown. We know Tyrod's going to be there based on his contract. I don't care who the coach is. Now, is he QB2, as some people are pointing out, or QB1? That's up for debate, but I think that one is very interesting. And I just want to make this clear because obviously, apparently, it's not. Yo Holmes brings this up. Appreciate you being a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. No, he says on YouTube, no head coaching candidate is going to reveal to the media their potential staff pick. Obviously, I'm saying Rich couldn't even speculate who could possibly be Aaron Glenn's guy. He's saying he's been doing some digging behind the scenes and he's unsure. Aaron Glenn's kind of has an interesting history with some Saint splash, some Lion splash. It doesn't, like Brian Flores, an obvious one that people bring up, and there's no guarantee this would happen, is who? Brian Flores, Josh McCown. Okay, that makes sense. People have speculated that's not necessarily official if Brian Flores comes over, but that's what people have speculated on the possibility. For Aaron Glenn, there's been no speculation. No one has really said anything outside of the random Engelstead guy who's in Detroit, but that was sort of a light dart throw of like maybe. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we don't actually know and the media isn't revealing what is Aaron Glenn's true intention. I'm saying speculation-wise, we have no idea who it could possibly be, which, like I said, is sort of interesting for that. And what's just going to say? And yes, Terrence, I did just say like almost a Homer Simpson. I didn't quite dope. It was like doy. Like doy. Yeah, I don't know the last time I said that. That also might be throwing in another moron from my father, wherever he rests. God rest his soul. Still alive, but just want to throw that out there. Anywho, let's go to the next one here, Wudi. Okay. Now, I don't know if you're going to have this one on your list, but
Number 2.
this one's sort of spicy.
Your whole list has been spicy, but okay.
Thank you. Okay, that's kind of my flavor palette. You know, I kind of like a little spice in my life. Joe Brady and Sam Darnold. Ba-boom. Okay. Now listen to this. Listen. Sam Darnold, after last night, the stock has gone down. He lost a lot of money for himself last night, and quite frankly, week 18 as well. That looked a little rough against Detroit. So now all of a sudden, the price seems right for the New York Jets, baby. Before, that seems a little expensive. Oh, newfound the price. You know, the stocks, you got to pay attention every day. Oh, let me, how many points are we up? How many points are we down? The stock seems about right on old Sammy. And people will be like, Joe Brady, where'd that come from? Well, Joe Brady and Sammy were together in Carolina. Interesting. Muy interesante. I'm Hitch. While you're ChristianMingle.com, I'm a handsome-ass Will Smith. I'm getting people together. I'm putting pieces together. Little Kevin James, little Will Smith action here, baby. And we can reunite these two, and they can rewrite the story. Because the story, let's be honest, was a little complicated between the two. It didn't result in the beautiful season that Carolina people would have hoped for. But in New York, you get an offensive guy. Joe Brady knows Buffalo. You bring in Sammy, who the price, like I said, is, I think, going to be real right when we get to free agency, baby. Let's bring Sam Darnold. You call me the promised prince that put the crown on. That's all together. What about that, baby? Joe Brady, Sam Darnold, reunited in New York.
It seems like you're really just picking like people that have been in the same organization at the same time, regardless of how horrible it was.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's like it's weird. Like now, I'm starting to notice that with your entire list.
How horrible! Arthur Smith and Justin Fields had great success together this year.
No,
talk
they
about
didn't.
Mike McCarthy.
Justin Fields, he played 4 games. What?
Yeah, what was his record? What was his what was it?
What 3-1? 3-1? Okay.
It was like, I think he won 4 games, as a matter of fact. I think he went like 4-1, 4-2. But either way, I'm pretty sure it was 4 wins. We could do a discount double check on that. But he looked
so
good.
4 wins. 4 wins. 4 wins. Is that what they're...
Wait a second. Let me call a quick TO here. Didn't the Jets have 5 wins the full year, and Justin Fields had like 4 and 6 attempts? That math seems to math pretty darn good for old Justin Fields there, buddy boy. And
how many points did the Justin Fields Arthur Smith duo score? Did they win?
It's hard to keep track because they were just blowing points all over the place. It's hard to remember.
Not quite. I think that 2 of those wins they didn't even score a touchdown,
which is pretty impressive. That
or TJ Watt in the defense.
That Justin Fields held back and was trying to save some touchdowns for later in the season.
That's how we know.
If Mike Tomlin didn't mess around, that's the problem. Mike Tomlin messed around. Okay, this Mike Tomlin, Nick Ferry, a Jets reporter, Athlon Sports, said on my radio show today, Mike Tomlin overrated. And if that's true, Mr. Overrated Mike Tomlin, if he would have given the ball to Justin Fields and the Steelers would still be playing in the playoffs right now. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So all right. So Arthur Smith and Justin Fields, horrific offensive tandem. Terry Bridgewater and Teddy Bridgewater.
What'd you call him?
I said Terry. For some reason, like
his twin brother. What the hell? Okay, go ahead.
But Teddy and Aaron Glenn. I mean, I haven't really done much. Dak and Mike McCarthy. They are very expensive. You're mortgaging the whole future for probably the biggest known choker in the NFL.
Oh, how dare you!
You spending too much time talking to Pops, man. As Pops told you that Dak is a good quarterback. He's like, Dak is great. He's literally one of the most prolific chokers in the history of professional sports. But no, it's all let's give up everything to continue to not win playoff games. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that's your whole list. I have a
number one.
Who played together? Okay. Okay. Well, we gonna see.
So let's
I
not be a bit
guarantee they've been together somewhere else before.
Actually, I can confirm. I can confirm that they haven't. These two have not been together.
Okay.
So-
All right. Well, I had one that have been together, but they actually won a Super Bowl together. So that's what we try to accomplish is win a Super Bowl.
Oh, so you're just trying to get a sequel. You're just trying to get a sequel. You're just like
everybody
Hollywood.
loves a good sequel. Everyone loves a good
everyone
sequel.
hates a bad sequel, though. Everyone hates a bad sequel. Okay.
All right, number one. Are we ready?
Yes, we will be.
But
yes, we will be in 1 second. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we say this to the Darnold haters out there, this man was fifth in the NFL in touchdowns, fifth in the NFL in yards.
All right.
Every single statistic he had this season would be the all-time leading Jets statistic. Every single one would be the all-time leading Jets statistic. More touchdowns this season than Ryan Fitzpatrick has ever thrown in his life. Okay, right? If we want to talk about, anyone could do that with Justin Jefferson. Well, guess what? No one has actually thrown more than the 35 touchdowns with Justin Jefferson that Sam Darnold has. So he is at the top of the food chain, had a fantastic season. The offensive line broke down. He could not adjust. 2 bad games, 2 losses. It is what it is. But to try to tell me that he's not a starting quarterback, he hasn't proved himself. Come find me. Come find me. I can argue to the death. You might have to add another line in the tombstone. Sorry, you go.
No. We'll tease that. So tease it, save it. We'll reveal in a second. We got a bunch of memberships. Jimmy Jets, baby. Good Lord. A 20-pack combination of Boy Green Comic Club membership. All right, let's read the 20 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to Jimmy Jets. That's 20 more raffle tickets. We'll give you guys an update on the leaderboard in a second. Benoit, Kyle Clifton, Jay Long, Mr. Chill 21, One King, Joe Rano, Keenan Good, the real Robert Sala. All right, congratulations on the Jags job, it sounds like. John Sauer, Ernesto Rivera, Thomas Rossi, Papa Jet 73, Raw Power, A Fungus Mungus 9, David Hall Jr., Bob DiMucci, Bob P., Frank Costantino, Dark Knight Zio, Lindles J, and Vino, all getting Boy Green Coffee Club Gas Star memberships from Jimmy friggin' Jets there, baby. And let's see this. We didn't have to wait very long for the next edition, which was DNY for Life, a.k.a. Devin.
Oh.
He gifted 5 himself, baby. All right, let's see Wudi moving and grooving here. There's a full body going on. J-A-T, yes. Jets. New day? It sounded like we were getting a little bit of that action happening there with the full body gyration. Shout out to Devin, a.k.a. again, DNY for Life. We have 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club. That is Francesco Pancura, Tumbo. Let's see here. And that must be it. It must have not given me the rest of it. So apologies to the other people. They got the memberships, but YouTube is not showing it. So YouTube has been a little trippy lately. So apologies to those people. But you did get your membership. Shout out again to DNY for Life for that. And let's throw up the leaderboard because we have a new leader. Number 1 leader is now Jimmy Jets with 77 gifter memberships. Number 1, Austrian Jeff, and number 2 with 72. J-Boy, 65. DNY for Life, getting even more backing there at number 4, 38 gifter memberships. Again, for Lily and Big D with 18 gifted memberships so far this month. Shout out to DNY for Life. Without further ado, Wudi, we've teased it far enough here on the program. Let's get to it. The build-up for
Number 1.
Well, of course, there's one coach that I think is way better than every other coaching option that the New York Jets have reached out to. Okay. I hope he's a coach of the Jets. I think this will be the answer for 20 years.
Wow.
20 plus years. Okay. I think this is somebody who can bring a Super Bowl to New York. And you guys already know who it is because he was number 1 when we talked about it week 6. He was number 1 when we talked about it 2 weeks ago. He was number 1 when we talked about it last week. Give me Brian Flores, but I'm kind of cheating. I'm kind of cheating a little bit with this answer.
Okay.
Because this duo is kind of a trio. It's kind of a trio.
A trio.
But Brian Flores.
All right.
If this man brings Josh McCown as OC, and then the New York Jets trade for J.J. McCarthy, then ooh-wee, there's a lot to see. Okay?
There is, but, I hate to piss in your Cheerios here, but based on last night, I feel like we could do the Hunger Games. The J.J. McCarthy dream died last night in Arizona with Sam Darnold imploding, unfortunately. That dream was fun a couple of months ago. That one feels like it was destroyed last night. The hopes and dreams of everybody.
Destroyed? Maybe.
Annihilated. Destructed.
But, I mean,
pieces. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
We've seen Dak do that time and time again, and somehow he is the number 1 paid QB in football. I know Kevin O'Connell likes, right? He was a quarterback, right? He was somebody kind of, getting, shit from team to team, the broken pieces, trying to make that whole again, right? Okay. And I think they had a good season. I don't think, and I know, of course, media, right, is gonna, keep
prisoner of the moment. Last thing we saw, yeah,
right. And yeah, I think that's a huge thing, and everyone's having their fun with it now, but still, they had a fantastic season. They only lost to 2 games all year. I mean, two teams all season. They just happen to be the same 2 teams, twice apiece. So I think they got a lot of discussion to do. And if honestly, they didn't pick J.J. McCarthy 7th overall. So if they got the 7th overall pick for J.J., maybe that's an upgrade, and they can still they can just do what they did all over again. Meanwhile, over here, the New York Jets have their coach of the future, have an offensive, an OC who is such a great coach. Like, just looking more, if you look into Josh McCown's story, what he's about, what he's been doing, he was coaching high school his last 10 years as an NFL player. I mean, this guy is just constantly giving back. I think he's somebody that you absolutely want to be a part of your organization. And of course, for JJ, there's that familiarity, because right now, his only time spent in the NFL, it was spent with Josh McCown and, walking by Brian Flores in the building. And that's exactly what would be happening in New York if those dominoes fell that way.
Well, let's give a shout out real quick to our number 1 Austrian Jet fan, who will allow no such more membership happening on his watch. He says, actually, Paul, we're tied. And that is correct. The updated leaderboard, Jimmy Jets and Austrian Jet are now tied at 77 gifted memberships apiece. This is going to get spicy, I feel. 77 for number 1 Austrian Jet fan, and for Jimmy Jets, J-Boy in 3rd place with 65, DNY for life at 38, and for Lily and Big D with 18. Shout out. Again, YouTube having issues, so I can't read who those new members are, unfortunately. But I will tell you, Wudi, from a sexiness perspective, if we could will it into existence, how could you not be excited about B-Flow, Josh McCown, who's this promising offensive guy with upside, and then JJ, who's his top 10 pick, and he's a guy that gets point A to B. He seems to have this sort of it factor. There's a lot to like there. So, no, it's compelling. It's interesting. And then when Austrian Jet fan says, hey, cool, that's my birth year, 77. Okay, hey now, 77 a good year. 77 a lucky number. I do hope that does happen for you. But let's get to number 1 on my list, which everyone has been waiting on the edge of their seat for. Let's just be honest.
Number 1.
Number 1. I have Brian Flores as well on this list for this part of the combination. But it's with Aaron Rodgers, baby. See, they didn't play together. They weren't on the same this or the same that. Veteran veteran. Game respects game. They'll see each other across the room, go, and a firm handshake, whoop, and that's it, because they're best for both parties. Brian Flores wants to win. He's not about tanking. Look at his history. He'll give you a well-rehearsed conversation about that. He's all about winning games. He don't give a damn what anybody else thinks. And Aaron Rodgers says, I think I got one more left in me. And Brian Flores goes, well, you're going to do it here, buddy. And then, booyah, 2025, vet, double vet, discount double vet, boom, boom. It's going to be happening there.
That was good. Discount double vet. That's pretty. Oh my God. Well, you already know, Boy Green. You know I would be a big fan of that, right? You already knew. Reading my diary, pages 81 to 126, pretty much are all about how I think Aaron Rodgers can still or will still be a very good quarterback this upcoming season. And yeah, Brian Flores. Yeah, everything you said. I think that's a really good pitch. The only reason why I was
hesitant,
not even hesitant, like why I just I put JJ instead, was just the clock reset. The clock, just having, all right, now you got the young QB, right? You got the young.
You're not into older guys. I get you.
I don't even want to dispute that point, but Rodgers is. No. I'm saying Rodgers is okay for the upcoming year. He appeared on my list twice, so I'm definitely cool with Rodgers. But the coaches that I grouped him with, we don't know for a fact, how long. That's how I guess that's what it is. I'm so confident in Flores' ability to lead this team that it's like, okay, so let's just have as much continuity as possible. Let's do this with McCown. Give McCown that promotion, right, and have him coach and have a QB who we know will be here for quite some time. Whereas Rodgers, 1 year, maybe two, maybe he's trying to beat Brady for real. And there's a second year back there, but definitely looking like one. So that's the only reason. But for 1 year, Flores, if you wanted to do it like the other way that I said, with like the culture building year. So Flores is out here building culture while Aaron is the guy and, making that example for Jordan Travis. I feel like that's a fantastic route to go to as well, and could end up with some playoff games in January.
Hey, now I like games, plural. That's one of my favorites. And we got 500 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. I will tell you this. There are a lot of people that are not fans. Floyd Lily and Big D, not a fan of Flores. Let's keep going because I see there's more people in here. Phil, no Flores. No Flores. No. Not happening. No Flores. Oh, JV_free. No Flores. All caps. Very loud. No. I can hear it. Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that scares me because, again, it's not a guarantee. God, no, Flores! From JV_free. The thing is, it's not a guarantee that if Flores comes over, he's bringing along Josh McCown. That's the dream of Jet fans, I would imagine. Yes, for people definitely. That may not even be sold on Flores, it's like, ooh, but Josh McCown, exciting. And he doesn't really have a history of play calling that makes you sound, ooh, great. But there's just a lot of positive juices there that you'd think, with being a quarterback forever, that, man, he's going to be able to figure it out. And the problem is that because McCown is not a guarantee to follow him, the Flores perception, beauty is eye in the beholder. If Flores isn't, or McCown isn't with Flores, all of a sudden you go, when you're looking at Flores, because the musical chairs of offensive coordinator in Miami Dolphins land makes you go, ugh. So I guess he didn't only have beef with players. Sounds like he had beef with coaches of not being able to do that. So that's the part that scares me, is that the no guarantee of McCown and the prior history of volatility in the offensive coordinator room, which, again, is an important hire no matter what, but it's a specifically important hire when you have defensive guys, when you have Flores, when you have Aaron Glenn, when you have these defensive-minded guys, which, again, I'm not against. I know a lot of Jet fans said, offense or nothing. I'd rather have no head coach if they're not offense. Like, people are losing their bananas out there about potentially going defense again. I'm not there. I'm not saying that at all. You could totally sell me on Aaron Glenn. You could totally sell me on other people. But, like, that's where we're going to get a little flippy on Flo, which will kind of like, oh, I don't know what the plan is. Again, I don't even know what the plan is for AG. He has not revealed that, and people haven't been able to successfully speculate on some sexy names that make me feel good about it. But that would be the concern, Captain Flores, is a lot of these fans are upset, and I imagine they would continue to be upset if there was no McCown coming in 2025.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think narratives have a way of just, becoming bigger than the actual scenario. I think like Adam Gase was Adam Gase and then was never in the NFL again. Right? These people, go through these tenures and you kind of see very quickly, who still has respect, who still has friends in the fraternity that is the NFL. Michael, I don't even know. First, I'm calling Teddy. I'm Terry. I'm messing up all day. But Brian Flores has had absolutely zero issues finding employment under some of the most respected coaches in the NFL. I feel like that, like if we're talking about today, what is happening? Yeah. That's what I have to say is that he is still, right? If we're talking about the past to today, he is still getting the most out of no-name defensive players and creating great defenses with them. That's something that he's done in the past and he's doing it right now. Right now, he is working amicably with coaches. Nobody said anything in Pittsburgh. Nobody's saying anything in Minnesota besides positive things. That's why he's getting head coach interviews. Yes, I understand that the Miami was, for lack of a better word, a shit show. But
sure,
I actually wouldn't believe any single one of these people in the comments if they said that they've never been part of a shit show in their life. Does that mean that because of that shit show, like because of that, they don't deserve another opportunity or nothing else? I think
we're getting in America about second chances and second opportunities. Oh, Rudy. Oh boy, you're a little late to the political rally, my friend. But okay, okay.
Is this political?
Okay.
Is it political? This is
I don't know. You're giving a campaign speech about America is second chances. We just cast people off a side who's made a mistake. Have you not out there in the audience not made a mistake in your life?
Oh my God! I'm not even trying to say all that. It's
amen, hallelujah, preach.
It's okay. It's just me. It's just common sense. Like that's what people always say. Like it's even like Darnold with the ghost. He said that like 6 years ago, but they're gonna say it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like that's Hawk Tua. They're she's gonna be 50, and like they're gonna be like, yo, like, are you like that kind of stuff. Like that's kind of annoying to me, and like that's what this Brian Flores is. He has not been an issue for years now, but we're gonna point to, okay, this happened. I'm not gonna say a long time ago, but this happened years ago, and now that's a guarantee to happen again. So that's my issue with the Flores. People just blindly saying, "Oh yeah, that happened." There, okay, so now that's that's a guarantee when he's already done his time, right? Made his amends with the NFL fraternity and has been doing it. What? Okay.
I just love
I'm done. But he's a good coach.
He's paid his time. Like he's like he murdered somebody. You do the crime, you pay the time, young man. He's like, okay, I did. I was off at the wall in Pittsburgh. Then I'm in the wall in Minnesota. And now I've earned my opportunity to get back in the action. So that's compelling. So Woody, you gave a 5. I gave a 5 combination. We got, like I said, 500 people in the room. I want to go with some honorable mentions from the fans throughout the show. They've thrown a couple. I'm like, oh, that's curious, interesting. So I'm going to throw a few on the screen that caught my eye during the program. Okay. Danny Real Life said, what about Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson? Hey now, the Legion of Boom Seattle Seahawk days. We're talking about what today's show is for those who may just join us and say, what the hell are these two boobs blathering about? We're ranking the best potential Jets head coach quarterback combinations that could possibly happen in 2025. A head coach they hired along with the quarterback they could have with them. What about Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson? I was like, they're both available.
You know what? This session, that's not a bad one. That's way better than, some of or pretty much every reunion, right? Because that's what you were doing, like people that were in the same organization at the same time. And Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson accomplished way more than every other duo that you said. So I'm going to have to say that this one is better than all the ones that you said.
Wow. Okay. I don't think we needed to work an insult in there. I think I'm possibly just saying, wow, Danny, not too shabby. I mean, that could have worked. Oh, yeah. Here's another one from Danny. If you like that one, how can you not like this one? Vance Joseph and Zach Wilson. Boom.
Take that off the screen.
Oh, you're not. Danny.
Take those names off the screen. What is. I can't even. I will literally have a heart attack if I talk any further on that horrific,
I didn't
blasphemous
mean to cause such a visceral
nonsense.
reaction. No, I'm sorry. I didn't. Again, I apologize. I didn't know there was going to cause such a visceral reaction. You seem to like his first one so much. I thought I should throw another one there on the screen.
Do you have another one?
Yes. 1 second. I'm just scrolling through them to grab them. But yes, there was a couple, and thank you everybody for sending those in. We appreciate it. Those are very nice. That was a funny one. And there's a few other people that sent some in, so I will highlight that on the screen here in just a second. Let me give another reminder that you guys should like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Keep that rolling. And yes, the Jets just did complete a GM interview. I believe that is John Eric Sullivan. Let me make sure I have it right. Yes, John Eric Sullivan, the Green Bay Packers guy, he just completed his GM interview with the Jets. They're also going to do an interview this week with Brian Gain. By the way, Anders Carlson, he's back. And so is Neil Johnson, reserve future contracts. Breaking news from the Jets. Anders Carlson is back, baby. You love that, Tom Wudi?
Not really. But, I mean, it's not. No. That's not bad. It doesn't matter. The needle has moved. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Let me I saw someone earlier said Derek Carr and Darren Rizzi.
Yeah, I saw Carr Gruden, which I'll do more.
You saw that one? Oh, that's funny. I didn't see that one. I'm trying to catch up. We had a lot of comments on today's show.
Definitely had a lot of comments. Some of them were hurtful. Gosh, you guys. I'm a Carr and Gruden is fine. I like Derek Carr. I'm actually a big fan. I thought that when we were talking about Aaron Rodgers, right, Carr was really high up there for me. Like I was seeing there were pros and cons of going the Carr route versus the Rodgers route. Who knows if Carr was a New York Jets quarterback last year? You know what would have happened? He definitely would have been better than the cluster that occurred.
Let me throw another one or two out there. Our boy Jet News, a.k.a. Rory Garvin, said Rex Ryan and Tyrod Taylor running it back. Huh?
Oh, I'm a big Jet. You know, Jet News is one of my favorite pages.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's. I mean, he's throwing up, so he knows what's up. Yeah, that would not be great.
Carson Wentz and Matt Nagy.
I mean, he's also laughing. See, they took your energy from your list, and then they started trolling. That's what was happening.
Trey Lance, Mike McCarthy.
Hell no.
Baby. Daniel Jones, Brian Flores.
No, bro. Come on. You cannot say any real suggestion that includes the name Daniel Jones or Zach Wilson, because those are not real people.
Arthur Smith and Taylor Heineke.
Sorry, I thought I was having a stroke. No.
Ooh, Mitchell Trubisky and Matt Nagy. Reunited and it feels so good.
No.
And I'll just throw one more out, unless there's new ones. I'll look at the bottom of the screen to see if there's any other ones. Josh McCown, Sam Darnold, I heard. Josh McCown, Sam Darnold. Josh McCown, head coach.
Oh, head coach Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Wait, isn't that what you said?
No.
No, you said Joe Brady. You said Joe Brady. I would rather have that than Joe Brady. Actually. No disrespect.
Of course. After the fact, I appreciate that. And that's a good one too. Jimmy Jets, Nagy, and Fields. So doing different combinations, some of the things that we said. So Nagy and Fields.
Yeah. Nah, chill.
Okay. Well, there you go. Wow. Yoham said, "Why were we rushing? Who was going to sign Anders?" That I'm unaware of. And Anders performed very poorly. I'm not quite sure. But again, this reserve futures is just basically he's on the 90-man roster, and you're allowed to carry that into the heart of the summer. So this is just a heads-up thing. And again, they could say in February, yeah, fuck it, we changed our mind. Get out of here. So it doesn't guarantee anything, but he just kind of gets dumped on the 90-man roster. That's sort of what happened there, Johans. So there you go. Beautiful. So wow, Wudi, what a thrilling Urban Meyer and trade for Trevor Lawrence. LOL for Lily and Big D. Hey now, you know what? Urban Meyer available.
He is available.
Maybe for a reason. Okay, Wudi, wow, that was a wild show. Thanks, everybody, for all the memberships being gifted. Good Lord, that was a flurry of action. Again, everybody that gifted memberships or Super Chat equivalents, like we saw from Fleur Lily and Big D, that is a slew of raffle tickets for a contest. Again, we're giving them away at the end of the month, and one more shout out for those if you guys are watching the show, which we appreciate. Again, like the video, hit subscribe on YouTube, baby. Again, it is the Boy Green Raffle Spectacular. We're giving away Aaron Rodgers Nike Atmosphere jersey. It's a heather gray color there for Aaron Rodgers. Let's give one final salute to Rodgers, or maybe not. More on that later, perhaps. We'll see. Basically, we got to see who the hirings are, and that will probably give us a sign. $50 Boy Green merch shop gift card. We got a direct link to the Boy Green merch shop below. You'll be able to go on a spending spree and get as much stuff for $50 as you possibly can, plus a custom laser engraving Jets Boy Green New York Jets package. It is custom laser engraving New York Jets and custom laser engraving Boy Green stuff, license plate, pens, coins, so much cool stuff. So everyone got a raffle ticket for that. Plus, of course, just gifting memberships helps support the show. So I try to do stuff to give back to you because I think it's cool, but it's just a cool way for you guys to support the show. And Boy Green meets Wudi. Wudi, we're turning it up or turning it out. I guess we'd have to work on the words. Sean Lights Out Merriman, one of the most dynamic pass rushers we've seen in the 21st century, a man that's led the league in sacks, the man that's been a defensive rookie of the year, a man that has evolved into an entrepreneur in his post-playing career with his Lights Out TV and Lights Out MMA that he does. I mean, it's an exploding field, and I'm so looking forward to talking to Sean Lights Out Merriman coming up on Thursday's show. I used to do the lights out dance in my house of going boom, 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 boom. I didn't do it as cool as Sean Merriman did it, but an absolute treat. That's going to be so cool getting to talk some Jets with him, talking about his partnership with the East-West Shrine Bowl, which is going to be historic. So much cool stuff, Woody. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be electric. What are you talking about? Third Party Thursday with one of the third parties to definitely be on this show, but to ever play in the NFL. I mean, it truly couldn't be bigger. And like you said, we have a lot of things to discuss. He's doing so many big things. And it's honestly, I am honored that we even get to be a part of it and be able to talk to the man, the myth, the legend.
Damn, again, Sean Merriman, one of my favorite players of all time. He's so cool, so dynamic, and again, so we'll get to talk out with Sean Lights Out Merriman, who, like I said, has a very exciting football career, of course, 56. That made me love that jersey number even more, but also for his post-playing career, we're going to work some of that in, plus some of his takes on the Jets, which I'm fascinated to see from his perspective for sure. Woody, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I was getting a lot of comments about Joe Milton.
Yeah,
I like Joe Milton.
Yeah,
I think he is a good quarterback. Who knows? He could end up being somebody. I just don't think the Patriots are going to trade a potential franchise quarterback to the Jets. I don't see that happening.
And plus, he's on the Brock Purdy deal. He was a late-round draft choice, which means the Patriots will have control of him for the foreseeable future. That's 4 years of team standard rookie control. Plus, you could sometimes get into the funky stuff after that. So they have, in theory, this great backup quarterback that they think can step in if Drake May gets hurt. And by the way, he's been getting hurt a lot during his rookie season, again, banged up and being a little reckless with his body and not sliding and doing smart things. So first off, in any normal circumstance, if they were the Saskatchewan Roughriders, I don't think they would trade Joe Milton to the Jets unless we overpaid. Inside the division, incredibly unlikely. So I like some of the Joe Milton love we saw in the comment section, because Joe Milton lit up the combine. That was so fun seeing him throw those rocket laser balls, and people said, oh, that's kind of cute, and look what he's done in the NFL. That game, he had some big boy throws against the Bills. I get it, it's the Bills backups, but yeah, I don't think Joe Milton's escaping. But I appreciate you answering those questions, Woody. I saw those too.
Yes, of course. Always a pleasure. Boy Green meets Woody. Even when you're roasting us with our picks, we're still here. Hey, we are your doctors, all right? So we're still here. Take that medicine. We're right here for you. And you already know, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 3:00, we always got the medicine. But this Thursday, I mean, there's nothing to dislike about this. It's about to be big time.
For damn sure. So again, Sean Lights Out Merriman will be joining us on Thursday at 3:00. Note for Boy Green Daily listeners, no Nick Ferry tomorrow. He's taking a well-deserved vacation. So shout out to Nick Ferry, our Jets reporter. So we'll be on a solo tomorrow morning. That'll be the next time you see us. Woody, enjoy the day, my friend.
Carpe diem.
There we go.